Okay guys, welcome to the next Blender tutorial. So today we're going to be doing a work locker. Um, it's on my brief. A work locker is good. So I don't know whether to do one where it's going to be multiple lockers or whether I just do a singular locker. I think maybe I can do a singular locker today just to show you how to make one, and then you guys can kind of experiment with what you'd like to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the default cube, just bring it out a little bit. I'm going to just scale it upwards to roughly a locker size. I'm just going to press G and just bring it down to ground. So I'm going to start with on this one. If you guys want to rotate like this, it's a central scroll wheel. I keep forgetting this. Sometimes people just click on my videos straight away and they don't know any of the controls, and I don't tell them. And I need to start doing that. So I'm just going to press S, central scroll wheel, just go along the red line, which is the X-axis. We're just going to make this a little bit thinner. Let's come around here. So we're going to go into edit mode, which is in the top corner. We're just going to go into faces. We're going to take the front face here. We're going to go E for extrude. Leave it where it is, don't move it. And then we're just going to go scale it inwards. And this is going to be like the inside bit of our locker. So I'm just going to scale upwards. So it gives it that little bit of a lip, but not much. And then what I'm going to do is E for extrude, scale it inwards. Now because most lockers are made of a thin metal, we're just only going to go in just slightly. So you're probably going to want to be about there. So I'm going to go E for extrude again, don't move it. And then we're just going to scale outwards. I'm going to go into the X-ray mode so you guys can see what's going on here. So we got this face, we're just going to go scale outwards. You notice that on the inside that it's now going in to the sides. So I'm just going to scale toward the side, so you've kind of got this going on the inside. And then we're going to go E for extrude and just bring it back. So now, let's see, just leave a little gap at the back. So now we have a little hollow cube, and this will be potentially our locker. So now what we want to do is add shelves in there, a little bit of a rail, I guess, and then a door. So let's go with add, and then we're going to go to mesh, cube, and then you're going to want to scale your cube up so that it fits just on the inside of the locker. And then we're going to go to S, scale, downwards. Just flatten it down, and then G, we're going to bring it up. So it's going to become a shelf. You want to make sure that it's flush towards the sides, but it's not going to clip outwards. So that's clipping outwards. Just make sure that it's just in there, and you can't see it from the outside. So if I just click off that, you can't see it now. So this will be our first shelf, and maybe we'll want a shelf just at the bottom for shoes or something. Maybe you've got some shoes that absolutely stink after gym class or whatever like that, you know. And then we're going to add a mesh again. And we're going to go for cylinder. We're going to scale this upwards. And then we're going to scale it back down again. Rotate along the red axis, which is X. We're going to press 90. Scale it outwards. Then just scale it back in again. Now, this is going to be the pole for your coats. This is going to be the pole for whatever you're hanging up in your locker. So make it as thick or as thin as you want. Just press G, bring it up. We're going to post this, maybe, I think that's actually quite good. I'm gonna move this forward just slightly. You kind of got that gap at the other side as well. That's not, yeah, make sure both sides of your pole are touching the sides of the locker as well. It's not just floating there. I thought there was something wrong with that. I'm looking at it going like, what did I do wrong? Like, there's something wrong with that. I can't figure it out. It's not touching the sides. It's just like, it's just existing. So we're gonna go right click, and then we're gonna press smooth. So now you've got your little pole in your locker. Now you can start adding, if you wanted to, materials to this. So your materials tab's just here. You want to press new. If this is a pole, we're going to want to go for maybe silver look to it. Let me see. Oh, that's really weird. They've changed some of the settings on here. So we're going to go with metallic and just turn it up a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change my rendering engine because we're supposed to be in cycles, but for some reason default is Eevee. So we've got it in cycles now. And this is a silver bar on the inside. Now, if you wanted to add scratches to that, I can show you how to add scratches to that. Just 1 second. Okay, so you're going to want to go to your shading tab right here. So to add scratches to things, pretty simple. So what you want to do is add a Veroni texture. Yep, so here we go. Veroni texture, you want to go color to base color of principled. Then we're going to go, we're just going to move this up. So now you can see all these little lines that have appeared right there. We're going to go to bump texture. Just put the bump in there. You want to change your colour to your height rather than colour to normal. So it should look like that. Now you've kind of got this purpley thing going on. So we're going to go add. And then we're going to go to colour ramp. And I believe last time I just changed it to the metallic. I think. Because it was working differently for another project. They do change the settings in Blender sometimes. So sometimes I'm like there, like, did I do the right thing? Because it doesn't seem to be reacting in the way that I'd like it to react. So, yeah, you can scale this up, you can scale it down. You can have little cracks or whatever like that. So, yeah, as for the regards to the outside of the locker, you can add some dings, some bumps to that. You know, I'm gonna add some texture to this actually. So your base color right now for your locker theoretically is just white. So I've seen most lockers are kind of like a dark green. So we're gonna go with that kind of tone. I'm just gonna turn the roughness down just for now. Sorry, the roughness up even. And we're gonna add a bump. And then I'm going to add a noise texture just to kind of give it a little bit of noise, a little bit of... so when you've got items, they'll get bumps over the years and they'll get scratches on them and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is go for a noise texture. Add this onto here, go to colour and go to height. So now you've kind of got this, this crazy pattern going on here. So you can distort this a little bit. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can do whatever you want with it. Yeah, lockers are naturally going to get stains on them. So now we notice that we have this red locker with a blue floor to it. So what I'm going to do is add, we're adding colour ramp. And then we're just going to slip it between the bump and the principled. And you'll notice that it's all gone black and white now. So what we're going to do is add colour to this. And we're just going to turn the tones down. And notice it's black on the outside. I mean, you could move the black so that it's on that side. So it's almost like it's stained on the bottom as well. You can move the white around so the white's on the outside if you'd like. So there we go. We got basic locker that's a bit stained now. I'm gonna name this material as locker color, because we're gonna change the color for this one as well. So what you want to do is just go locker color, then go to this one, locker color. This is going to be good for your door as well. If you want to duplicate this and edit this, you can do, so that you've got different tones to it. Just press the two pieces of paper in the corner. So you could have white shelves instead of green. But you'll be still in with that same theme if that's what you want. So I can do that. And just change things. How about that? Just duplicate it when you do change things so that you're not changing everything. So now we've kind of got the basic of a locker. We're going to want to add the door to it, so I'm going to do the door separately. I'm going to start with the plane, and I'll do it downwards. So we're going to go back to layout so that we can see what's going on, and just regular rendered view. I'm going to scale this out, and then I'm going to fit it to the door see how big this is, and then I will edit it as needed. So you just want to rotate on the green axis with 90 degrees. G, scale it outwards so that it's roughly the same size as the locker. Edit mode, just bring your vertices down. You probably can't see this very well, but hang on. So theoretically you just want a shape. So G, bring that forward. You just want to bring a shape on the outside that fits the outside of the locker, roughly. So now, most lockers have little vents on them, so we're going to go to edit mode. I'm just going to Control R this. Just bring that in. Control R, halfway, Control R. And just go halfway up. So this is going to be the vent. You can do the vent in different ways if you want to. I think with my one I'm going to bring it out and then I'll subdivide it. So just get rid of that one. I'm just going to like E for extrude, and then I'm going to just rotate it just slightly. So it's like this. And then we're going to press the delete key, delete the face right there. Control R. Just get a couple of lines going across here. And then we're just going to take these faces out. It's 1, 2, 3, right there. E for extrude. And then I'm just going to go upwards with them. So they look like vents, so to speak. It's kind of a vent. I'm going to press delete faces. So they got a hole in them. Now you notice that this this locker right here it's flat. Primarily it's just got one face. So what we're going to do, go into edit mode, press A to select everything, and E for extrude. And we're just going to extrude over the top just slightly. And then I'm just going to go S to scale outwards. So the door's a little bit bigger to the locker there. And I think we're going to do some hinges. So you notice that the locker is a different colour from the actual the door right there. So we're going to go into shade tab again. And what you want to do, just grab this drop down menu here, just go locker, and there's your colour for the locker. So now we have this. I'm just going to rotate this 90 degrees so you guys can see inside. Just place that in there. Right, there we go. Right, so now we want the hinges. So we're just going to add and go to cylinder. Just elongate it slightly. Make sure it scales down. And then we're just going to place the hinge onto the side of the door. Might take a little bit of time to get this over to it. And I'm just going to make this kind of a grey colour. Right click to smooth, G, bring it up, and then we're going to go Shift D, and then Shift D, and then we're going to select Shift, click them all, whilst holding that down, and then we're going to go Shift D again, and just put the bottom hinges on right there, and that right there is your basic locker. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Please subscribe if you're interested. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.